22 of music marketing. That's crazy. I thought I was going to do this every week, and I clearly haven't. But like 22 weeks out of 52, almost half. That's not bad. That's 22 more videos, like 18 hours, 16 hours, 15 hours of marketing help for you for free. So, just saying. Hello, Maria. How are you? We're doing some music marketing right now. We're going to get started. If you're not a musician, but you do any other kind of marketing, a lot of this can still apply to you. You just might have to interpret things in different ways. So we've talked about this before, talked about like building communities and making friends and stuff. But what a lot of people don't do is exactly that. A lot of people are not making friends because they're so obsessed with like their follower and following ratio and, you know, trying to seem important, but no one's going to see you as important if no one wants to be your friend. You know what I mean? Super happy. Did something special happen, Maria? I'm doing really well too. No one's going to want to, basically, if I see somebody who has like 1,000 followers and like they're following 30 people, I typically assume they're like a little bit of an ass. Now I give them the benefit of the doubt. But there's a lot of people that are very, very obsessed with those numbers. And I know I used to be obsessed with that number and that ratio and wanting to like look important and not look like all my followers are just because I followed people back, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized if I'm not following people, I'm not making friends. I'm not making connections. I'm not adding any value in here. It's very fake. It's very vapid. Oh, that sounds super cool, Maria. The Lisboa in Portugal. Wow. So was it like soccer stuff? Like what sport? That's so cool. Or is it kind of like an Olympics thing? Oh, okay. That's awesome, Maria. I love that. That's so fun. Okay. So basically, I there's not necessarily anything I'm going to show you with that. It's literally just try to find more people. And I'm not saying you got to follow everybody, and I'm not saying you got to follow everybody back, but I'm saying be more generous with following people that are your colleagues and your compatriots and your compañeros, or whatever the fuck the word I'm actually trying to think of that won't come to my colleagues. Did I say that? I don't know. Your peers, girl. Follow your fucking peers. Make friends with them because they're going through it just like you're going through it. And they want help and you want help, and you will also become friends and help each other. It's really that easy. Does something happen? Oh, did I die? Did my stream die? What do you mean, did something happen? Hi, Hifa. How are you? What was I gonna say? Yeah, so one way that I've been doing that, and I've talked about this before, but I can't say it enough, and this also goes into the next thing, which is about adding value into people's lives, is by running my playlist. I've met so many artists through my playlist, and it just keeps going more and more. The more I shout out, I'm basically shouting. I'm shouting out 9 artists a week. Some of them have been on there before, but if we say, you know, even half of those artists are new, 4 artists are new a week, let's say that out of 50 weeks, that's 200 artists, new artists that I'm meeting every single year. 200 new artists who I can support and they can support me. That's a pretty respectable increase in the growth of my audience year over year. And as your profile grows, and there's a lot of, you know, more just random people and music fans and other people that will come in too. So if you think about the fact, like, okay, let's say I just follow 200 people a year, these 200 music artists, that's not a whole lot. That's not a whole lot, girl. That would take you 5 years to get up to 1,000 followers. So if you're really stressed about your ratio, just focus on that. But also don't stress about your ratio. Now, I won't stay long because you know how I love your music. No problem. We'll do Resident Evil after. And then maybe TFT, depending, because I'm scared of Resident Evil and I kind of don't even want to do it today, and I might not. I might not do Resident Evil because I'm too scared. I'm still scared from last week. I'm traumatized. Because of my talk. Oh, I just went out to, I was at a party last night, so I think my voice is a little, because I was screaming a lot and having a lot of fun. Okay, so what I was going to say was, how are you adding value into your realm, your niche, all of that stuff? This is a very basic business stuff, but it's also something that everyone overlooks. why is someone going to want to find you and be your friend and support you if you're not adding any value to them? Value number one is just being nice, following them back, supporting them, all of that. But that's kind of a reactionary value added compared to if you're creating content, for example, like my music marketing streams. That gives people a reason to want to check out my profile, be friends with me, talk to me, support me, because they see that I want to support other people. This probably sounds a little bit like quid pro quo or whatever you want to say, where it's like I'm only doing things to get support from other people. I love you, Hifa. Hi, J Topic. How are you? I do just want to play TFT, honestly, but also I'm scared of Resident Evil. Like I was thinking about it, and I'm traumatized. I'm actually scared. I don't know, maybe we'll do a little. I'm actually scared though. Like thinking about it makes me, I was thinking about it earlier and I was just like feeling uncomfortable. Also, I'm addicted to TFT. Anyway, sorry everyone. Don't mind me. Fast forward this part. Put it on. This is why I say put these on 1.25 speed, girl. Anyway, but if you're only making music content and you're just posting about your own music content, no one's gonna care. That's why I've branched out. I've done covers of other indie artists, which doesn't get me a ton of stuff. But the point for me is, number one, content for myself. It's a new post. It's something different, potentially shareable by other artists. And I can post it on multiple platforms at once. That's one thing. Covers of indie artists. Another thing I do is, like I said, my music marketing videos. So it doesn't have to be music marketing videos. You can just be like a YouTube vlogger or blogger. Or,
Juju 10 out of 10, 28. 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 Oh, she changed the beat on me.
She changed
Juju 10 out of 10, 28. Juju 10 out of 10, 28.
Juju 10 out of 10, 28. She keeps changing the beat on me. Man, I was really ready to pop off with something. I was freestyling a lot last night at this party. I didn't say it was good. I just said I was freestyling. Anyways, Juju, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub. After the music marketing stream, I would love to play you a song.
Not too big, not too small.
Yes, use those sounds. Use those sounds. 28. I have to see what it is. I'm not even known. I don't even remember. It's been so long, Juju.
Who cares? I'm just some dumb bitch anyway.
Oh my gosh. My stream is trolling me. They're trolling me. I love you all. Okay, so what I was saying, the indie covers, music marketing streams. So I'm just diversifying, girls. I'm diversifying. TikTok's like cool, but I don't really care that much about it because you got to be funny on there. And I'm more funny on Twitter. Maybe. I don't know. You decide. Link in bio. So music marketing streams where I'm trying to bring value to other people and, you know, share something with them that they would be interested in, want to watch, and shareable. And then, of course, my indie playlist, which I update every single week with 9 new artists. And then I also have another indie playlist now, which is my like waiting room playlist called Considerations, where I add in artists who send me their music. I'm like, hey, yeah, I added your music right here for now. I'm going to try to put it on my main playlist. So now it's even more than those 9 artists that I'm sharing every week. There's even more that are in that playlist, and someone just the other day who I had never really interacted with on social media. I think I followed them and they didn't follow me, or maybe we followed each other on Twitter but not Instagram. I don't know. But they just messaged me the other day because they saw in their analytics like, oh, thank you for putting me on your Considerations playlist. And I was like, oh yeah, I really love your song. I can't wait to put it on my main playlist. I just have like 70 songs I'm trying to fit and I only add 9 a week. But, you know, it's stuff like that that makes people want to reach out to you, want to follow you, want to be your friend. And then when you have music, they want to share it because they see that you're a nice person and you're helping them. So why wouldn't they want to help you? And that also goes back to, again, your following ratio, girl. Just don't worry about it. If you want to follow someone, follow someone. If you feel like someone is supporting you or tweeted out your music and you don't even know them, follow them. Even if they don't follow you back, follow them. A lot of people will follow you back if you don't give up. You know what I mean? Like, just follow someone, like their posts, comment, be cute, be nice, and they'll follow you back eventually. They really will. Might take a day, a week, a month, a year. If you get annoyed by that person, unfollow them. But anyway. Wait, what, Juju? I'm better than Elon Musk, who's better than real Donald Trump? I mean, I agree. I don't understand the progression.
This is it.
I'm intrigued.
This is the big one.
This
is for the girls.
This one. Love that. If you're wondering where the sound effects are, by the way, everyone, they're in the tier 2 sub list. All subs can use the sounds, but the tier 2s know which ones are which as a special.
Big boobs.
Oh.
What?
And What was I gonna say next? Everyone, you're throwing me off. You're doing amazing. I love it. Oh, okay. Come. This is what I was gonna say. There's a lot of clicks in. Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of. I see, Juju. There's a lot of clicks in everything. They're not always malicious. Sometimes what you see as a clique is just friends hanging out with their friends. Like, I'm sure people think I'm a part of certain gay music cliques. I don't know what cliques I'm a part of. I'm literally just making friends with people who I want to make friends with. If someone reaches out to me to be my friend, let's go. Let's be friends. It's that easy. But there are, for example, I think it gets more poisonous when it's different, like hierarchies. There's levels to it, which I was talking about another day, because a lot of people will see themselves as better because they have a few more followers, or, you know, a few more thousand monthly listeners or something, or maybe your music just isn't that polished yet, and they're like, oh, this person, they'll never be successful. Like, I feel like that's how people used to see me until I released Happily Ever After. And then that's when people started to take more notice and respect me and follow me back, these people that I had, you know, kind of been supporting. And also it just made me more confident to reach out and feel like I was worth something, because maybe that was all in my head. I don't know. But I just also, I'm going off of that. Just want to say really quick, like, girl, there are cliques, but there probably aren't as many cliques as you think. Most people are nice, but just don't let hierarchies get you down, and definitely don't participate in them. If you are someone who, you know, is a little higher up, bring people up with you. Because don't you remember when you had 30 listeners and you were getting 5 streams on your song? Don't you wish someone would have put you on a playlist? Don't you wish someone would have liked your tweet? Don't you wish someone would have retweeted it? Don't you wish someone would have shouted you out or just said, hey, that was great. That was great work, you know? So why not do that for other people? Why not? Exactly. These bitches gay. These bitches gay. I love that I'm keeping you here, Hifa, with the sound effects. That's all I needed. And to, again, piggyback off of that and clicks and hierarchies, I realized since I got on these playlists, which, yes, I will brag a little bit because it's exciting. So I got recently on, at the beginning of this month, I got on the Astrology Cancer playlist for Happily Ever After. My song was on that one. Happily Ever After was on that. My song No Control is on the Aquarius Cosmic playlist. And then both of the songs got on Discover Weeklies, which is one of Spotify's algorithmic playlists. Basically, if they see a song kind of trending, they'll start recommending it to more people. And I went from about 400 monthly listeners to right now I'm sitting at 26,000. And I used to see people with 26,000 monthly listeners and be like, wow, they are so far ahead of me. Like, I'm just going to get 1,000, and then maybe next year I'll get 5,000 listeners, and maybe the year after that I'll get to 10,000. Maybe the year after that I'll get to 20,000. Thinking of it more like that. And I mean, to be fair, for consistent growth, yes, that's how it is. But there's a lot of people who I thought were just like so much better than me when it turned out they just got on playlists sooner than me. And that's really all it was. Like, there's a lot of people who now I'm like someone who I thought was way bigger than me. And this month I have, 5,000, 10,000 more monthly listeners than them. Doesn't mean I'm better. I'm just saying this because it goes to show how volatile these numbers are, and how little it has to do with your worth as a musician and what's going on in like the landscape of music. Because yeah, they're very, very volatile. And after I get off these playlists, girl, I'm not going to be at 26,000 anymore. I'll be surprised if I'm at 1,000. So that's why I'm like hurrying to finish this music so I can capitalize on those numbers a little bit. Take advantage of the people who followed me this month while I'm fresh in their brain. And that's pretty much that on that. And I think the last thing I wanted to say today, yes, one last thing, is I was talking about this recently. How many people listen to these playlists? A lot. Oh. Aw, thank you. Kevin unlocked my door. Oh, here's the doorknob. It's like that doorknob.
Who cares? I'm just some dumb bitch anyway.
1 second, Justin. Yeah, like I accidentally pushed in that screw, so then when the doorknob fell off, I couldn't get it back on. I don't know. I guess I'll just never close my door again. Or at least I'll make sure someone's home if I close the door, because I don't want to be locked in. Or I'll just call the super and be like, hey, my doorknob keeps falling off, girl. Can you fix that? Yeah, it's fine. I'll be careful with how I twist it. Thank you so much. Let's get some Kevins in the chat. I don't know if I have any tier 3s here. I'll give a Kevin in the chat for his help. Kevin, where's your emote? Kevin. Can't find him. He's not showing up for some reason. There we go. That works too, Hifa. I'll take that. Okay, so Justin, you asked, how many people listen to these playlists? I'm not a single listener. I listen to albums. So it depends. Every playlist is very, very different. For example, the Out Now playlist has 600,000 followers. I don't know if it gets too many listeners. Maybe, I mean, it gets a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying in comparison to, you know, the amount of followers, you know, maybe people are getting 4,000, 5,000 a month, which is dope. That's a lot. But it depends. It depends on how much Spotify is kind of promoting these. It depends on the month. Like during Pride Month, I'm sure Out Now gets a lot more plays. So it depends on tons of factors. For example, mine, I can show you right here. The ones I'm on right now are getting a ton, but I've never seen them get this many. And usually, like, look, when I first got on the playlist, it was getting like 300 to 500-ish plays a day, which I was super stoked about because I was usually getting like 40 plays a day. So to go up by, you know, 10 times, to grow 10 times as big, was really cool. But then they put them on the front page for a while of Spotify. They still might be there too. And they were running ads about them. So that made these like really pop off for a while. And then I got on Discover Weekly around here, which popped me off for another couple days and then dropped me off. So if you use Spotify for artists, Justin, or if you plan to, you can go through and see, like, where is it? Playlists. You can see in the last like 28 days or 7 days how many people have found you through each thing. It'll show you how many streams per song. So on Discover Weekly, I got 1,500 plays this week, which is actually very low compared to what I've seen from other Discover Weeklies. So I was like feeling bad about myself a little bit. Or not myself, but I was just like, dang, why couldn't it get picked up? But I'm like, girl, that's 1,500 free plays. You can't complain. So yeah, you can see like they get a lot. That was just this week is how many plays I've gotten. And again, remember I used to get 40 plays a day. So
I don't know. Who cares? I'm just some dumb bitch anyway.
Thank you for those links. Thank you, Spellcheck. Thank you. You were here. Oh my God, I love it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough into the mic. Yeah, so they get a lot, but it really depends because, for example, I'm getting 13,000, almost 14,000 on Cancer, and that one has 70,000 followers. Out Now, if we see what the top artist is getting, I don't know if they'll show up because Out Now isn't the biggest playlist, but let's see if it shows up for Robin. No, it doesn't. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Who are these people? I don't recognize the name. Oh, let's see. Okay, yeah, see, so they've gotten 1,453 in the last 3 days. So about 500 a day. So that's about what I was getting. That's about what I was getting on here when I first got on the playlist before they blew up. So it really depends on the playlist. It really does. Rage and Blame you need to fix. What? Does Rage not work?
Oh my God, you guys are dumb!
Worked for me.
Oh, now they want to blame me. Someone wants to blame me for something now?
Did I fix
what
me?
What did I do?
I didn't do anything.
Trying to do me. That's it. That's all I can do.
There is a cooldown command, so it might be 2 minutes or something. The way I find new artists is new releases. Oh, like on your release radar? Yes. So how new artists get on release radar is you following them or them being recommended. So yeah, that is another good thing about playlists. You know, you get these new follows. So even if they don't necessarily follow you on another social media, as long as they have you on Spotify, they'll get your new music in their release radar, which is cool. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you, that was not the last thing I wanted to show you, was, and I'll check out those commands after this. I don't know why they are acting weird. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling. Get a feeling that I've never had before. Sorry, now I'm just, I can't not look. I can't not look now that you said that they weren't working. It's weird that it works when I do it, but sometimes it doesn't work for others. Dun, da, da, da. Oh my gosh. And hello, how are you? The button on the app that says new release. Oh, I don't even know if I've seen that. But that's cool. That's very cool. Thank you for the follow, my dear. It might still be on the cooldown, Hefo. Check after. Maybe wait one more minute. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you, and I talked about this a little bit on Twitter recently, if you were involved in those discussions, is chart metric. So chart metric is a thing that can kind of show you a little bit better visualization of your data across all of these like social media and stuff. It's not the best. Like if you really want to dive in, you probably want to look into your just like individual like Twitters and whatever, but it is cool to be able to look at like your like CPP rank is, what does it stand for again? Cross-platform performance. So this is out of every musician. This is my ranking based on streaming numbers, based on social media following and engagement and things like that. Basically everything. Your whole holistic view. And then you can go here and you can see like if you have a new release, it'll show that on here, like how much your new release affected certain things. Or if you're like, oh, okay, I had a show on November 9th. Oh, I got a follower after November 9th. I got 2 followers and I lost one, a shame. But I got 2 followers after November 9th and then 3 followers on the 12th. So maybe me posting about that show, you know, it looks like there was a few follows around then. So that's really cool.
Oh, now they want to blame me. Someone wants to blame me for something now? What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Hi, Jesse. How are you? Right now it's kind of bugged out on Instagram, but it'll basically give you like a little thing like every time you post, like here you can see new post. It shows you how that affected. So I did a new post on the 6th. I got a follower on the 7th. Amazing. On Twitter, I post every day. So you can see that's kind of whatever, but yeah, it's just a nice way to visualize things and see how, like, if you post your YouTube link, did you get new subscribers or new views from it? It's just a nice, easy way where it's a one-stop shop for it. And it's not the most in-depth on the free version, but it is something. I prefer it to like going over everything else because I can just do a quick look if you know, every week or something and be like, oh, okay, this is when I started posting about my music marketing videos, you know, these couple days, and I got all these channel views and I got these subscribers around there too, so it all makes sense. And then one last thing I do, although I realized it was kind of bugging out today, I put you can follow up to 5 artists on the free account, and you can basically, I just put it with my contemporaries. So like people who are slightly bigger than me, people who are slightly smaller than me, people who are doing great on playlists, people who are doing great without playlists. I just kind of wanted to spread, and people who are like really good on social media. I just wanted a spread of people that are like kind of around my size to see and gauge like, okay, so where are they noticing the most growth? For example, I think Bronze and I are really close in our cross-platform popularity. He's 99,000, I was 80 something. So if we go through, we're like, okay, so he's killing it on Instagram and Twitter, and here he did releases too. So this is actually even a better example for us right now. P.S. Stream Messy by Bronze Avery. It's one of my fave songs of the year. So he released this track, and then you can see, bam, on release day, he got all those follows. Then he released his EP, bam, follows. And I think he got on Out Now playlist around there too. So yeah, you can see how it really just like things work. Pretty simple. He posted here and had the new release, and he got follows. Yeah, so it's just nice to correspond, and this is a much better example than mine because I rarely post on Instagram. But yeah, so it's cool to be able to do that and see like, okay, is this person, you know, growing? Like, are they doing anything crazy? Like, are they experiencing any crazy growth on something? Is it more tied to their releases? Whatever, stuff like that. And I think that's pretty much it for this week. So if anyone has NT questions, let me just check. I was waiting on an email from someone. I don't think I got one, so maybe it's just not coming in, or maybe they didn't send it yet. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this week. This was week 22 of music marketing. My name is Kisos. Hit me up on social media, ITSKISOS. It's Kisos on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of those things, and here on Twitch, and YouTube, and whatever the fuck, wherever you're watching this. And I am actually getting close to starting my little like music marketing consulting group where you can pay for a little bit of access every month, and we'll be like an insider club and support group and collective kind of thing, where we're all going to lift each other up. I'll give you access to, you know, more specific and customized information than these videos. We'll do video calls. We'll do a ton of different stuff. So if you're interested in that, hit me with the DM on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere, and I'll add you to my list of people that want to be in. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. And let me know if you have any questions, and we can talk about it next week. Bye.